Hi, everybody. This is Esme, and today we are on day 10 of our 21-day fasting and prayer. And today I want to talk about dominion and taking up your space. So, dominion, simply put, is using who God designed you to be to take up your space on this earth. In Genesis 1, it says, "Let them have dominion over all of the earth." Often, what stops us from taking up our dominion is maybe our insecurities, our fears, confusion, things like that would help us from just taking up that space that God created just for us. No one else can take up that space because, again, God uniquely made you for that time. I think about jobs that I've had in the past where I get hired, and the first thought that pops in my mind is, well, somebody else out there could do it better than you, or maybe something in the job I didn't expect pops up, and I feel confused or discouraged that I might not be able to, execute the position that I've been placed in. And I think just, what have I done in those times where I'm not sure that the space that I'm in, that I'm worthy of that. So, things that we can do is maybe ask a stranger for clarity on that, but I don't think that's the right thing to do. You wouldn't ask someone who doesn't have experience in that position to help you. And just someone doing the job better than you might be something that you think of, but God has put you in that position to do that exact job, and that responsibility, and it's more of a godly thing and place that we are going to be in when we are positioned in any job or anywhere in life, that we are. I think back, like, if somebody assigned me a position that I was unsure of, or I wasn't going to feel comfortable, executing the job, I would seek the source, seek help from the person who assigned me that position and get clarity from them and get some answers as to what they expect from me or what I'm supposed to be doing for them, right? So, with that being said, it makes me think about, our dominion on this earth and the space that God has created just for us. And, we can be unsure about that sometimes, but going to God, He is the source of answers. He's going to clarify those things for us, and it might not be on our, plan or our timeline, but going to Him and asking Him for that guidance and clarity is, what we can be doing instead of trying to find earthly solutions or making up our own plan. It really is going to the source, and that's God. God's the one who's going to give those answers, and just continue to speak to Him and ask Him for clarity. So, during this time of fasting and prayer, let's just continue to ask God, the designer of our dominion, what do we need to lay down during this fast? What do we need to lay down to really take up our space on this earth? And what is stopping us from taking up our space? Because when we allow God to speak into our lives, it just refines everything about us. It refines what our plans are, what His plans are, and it just really blends together and it makes things beautiful, and we just have to trust Him that His plans have been set in place for us way before we even made our own plans. So, with confidence, we're going to be stepping out knowing that we ask God for clarity and He is able to give that to us. So we just have to trust Him in that aspect. And it can be things as, you could be the first one in your family to be stepping out in faith and doing what God has called you to do. It could be that you're simply just displaying the fruit of the Spirit in the place that you are now, So, yeah, I just encourage you guys to continue to ask God during this fasting and prayer time to just bring you clarity and to help refine the things that He has positioned you to do on this earth. In Ephesians 2:10, it says that we are God's masterpiece and He has created us anew in Jesus Christ. So we can do things that He planned for us long ago. And in Luke 10:19, Jesus tells us, "Look, I have given you authority over all the power of the enemy, and you can walk among snakes and scorpions and crush them, and nothing will injure you." And I believe that this is also true for our emotional, mental, and spiritual authority as well. Things that are going to be challenging, things that are going to be difficult. We're not clear of all those things, it is going to be challenging and difficult, but God has made a space for us to be there, and He has created you for that time. So be encouraged this year that God has made you unique and made your space unique, and He has created a space for you on this earth to help push the kingdom of God forward. All we can do is trust Him and step into our authority.